Hey everyone, welcome to Guys in a Wrestling Podcast. Well, as you can tell, it's one guy in a wrestling podcast at the moment because Mike couldn't make it. But that just means you get on main event, no pre-show. So we wanted to give you a little bit of an update why there hasn't been anything in like almost a month. And that simply put is because life. While we would love it to be podcasting to be a full-time job and being paying the bills and all of that, it just doesn't seem to be working out at the moment. So we had to take day jobs. Well, in my case, night jobs. I work like overnight third shift. But that is why we haven't really been able to get anything out here recently. We are trying to currently get on schedule more to where we get stuff out weekly again. Doing Match of the Week, weekly podcast. Of course, we're going to be trying to get the time to do our SummerSlam, talk about SummerSlam. There's big stuff coming with that, and AEW's latest endeavor. I don't even want to call it an offering, but we'll get into that at a later date. But again, that's what we've been doing this, and why I'm flying solo right now. So, that's just, like I said, life is taking a little bit of a turn where we're more busy. We're busier than we were. And like I said, we're working full time, things like that. And we just don't have the time to be able to get out and put out the episodes that we want to do on a regular basis. So we are attempting to work on that and get it back into a normal routine. But until then, we are going to be putting out stuff as frequently as we possibly can. Now, with that being said, we do have a episode planned coming up here, hopefully for next Wednesday, where we're going to talk a little bit about SummerSlam and what we're planning to do in the future. A big announcement if you happen to live in the Tennessee area. And of course, we're still trying to get into some local events here. Scheduling just has not worked out. Every one, it seems I'm working during it. And like I said, I work at night third shift. So that makes going to local events really, really difficult. I mean, most of them start where they would end about an hour after I have to be at work, so I would have to leave during it, and I don't want to do that. So we're still trying to work that out and do more like live stuff in town in Lexington. Like I said, we got a big announcement coming up for something for those folks that live in like the Tennessee area. The other thing we got is some of the plans that we're going to be doing for the show coming up, including fantasy bookings and a chance for you guys to give us the feedback when me and Mike basically take over the WWE. So that should be interesting. I mean, I already know I'm going to win it. I mean, Nostradamus hasn't got a chance in this, and it's fun to be able to talk without him being hey, don't make fun of me and all that stuff. So, until then though, and that hopefully will be coming up this Wednesday. I've already got the time booked. I just have to be able to wake up in time for it, unlike I did the last time we were going to record. So, not the last time. This time is the last time, but the last time before this time, which would make it the time before this one. So hopefully I will wake up in time for that, and hopefully we'll be able to get that out to you Wednesday, and we will have a match of the week this coming Saturday. With SummerSlam just happening, we think we're going to look at we've got an idea for one or two classic SummerSlam matches. One of them being the Owen Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin that almost ended Stone Cold's life and career. There's been a few others that were kind of pivotal moments, and that's really what was the start of the McMahon Austin, because they had to use him. But anyway, like I said, those are the things coming up. That hopefully will be coming out to you this Saturday on our Facebook page. We still will be doing stuff for YouTube, but just not at the level, it's just too complicated and everyone complains about it. So, none of you complain about it. It's YouTube complains about it and the WWE complains about it. So forget them. But anyway, we'll be doing that on Facebook. You can go to at 2GuysPod on Facebook, like us, subscribe, and follow us there. You can see the match of the week. The podcast, again, we are on all major podcasting networks, including Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and everywhere else I've forgotten, iTunes and Google and Podcast Addict and Podbean and all those sorts of other crap. But until Wednesday, when Mike should be here with me, hopefully, and it's not one guy in a wrestling podcast, this is Joe Walling signing off once again, saying stay tuned. We've got big things coming.
Time marches on.